Hello everybody, this is Man in Japan. Today we are on a hiking tour in Mount Hakusan, which is about 2 hours of drive from Tokyo metropolitan area. This is about 65 kilometers far away from where I live in Yokohama City. This beautiful place is frequently visited by hikers on weekends and on weekdays, but the thing is, it is very accessible and it's a very good place for starter level hikers. There are not steep climbing slopes, or there are not very challenging natural environments for the people who start hiking for the first time. And this place you are seeing at the moment is a free parking area. This is one of my favorite things. I don't really enjoy paying for parking, but in Japan, you know, you have to pay for parking in almost all areas. But this place is for free, and that cottage on the right hand side, as you see, that is the bathroom, the restroom for ladies and gentlemen. And let's have a look at this hiking map. This hiking map is going to show us what we can do here in Mount Hakusan. All right, so probably this place is where we are now. And if we follow this path, as you see, we are going to see some scenic places. During Sakura season, it must be beautiful. And this place is particularly good for fall seasons. And for the restrooms, you've got a lot more options. You don't have to use this. And this parking space is free, and it has got restroom facilities. And probably this is a sign of onsens. Okay, let's go and find out what we have here in Mount Hakusan. Follow me. We have found a shrine or a temple. It's over there. I'm not really sure if we are allowed to film anything in here, but we are doing it secretly. If it is forbidden, no one is seeing us. Follow me quietly. And that is the smoke area. Yeah. If you wash yourself with the smoke, you get rid of the bad spirits and things. Do you have bad spirits? Come here and get rid of them. And what else? If you want to watch some good sceneries, there is a nice city skyline right over there, and it is the concrete mass you are seeing, and this greenery is seamlessly blending with that concrete area. The city, probably it is the Atsugi city center. I don't know, my geography is just horrible. Okay, I want to show you some more of this temple. The temple building is just majestic and does make a statement, doesn't it? There are really interesting things around. For example, there is another thing over there. I'm sorry, I don't know much about the Japanese culture and religions, but there's supposed to be something holy again. And the holy smoke. Actually, there is another interesting thing here. If you are interested, you can drop some coins in this and then buy one of these smoke sticks, and you throw it in somewhere, probably into this large bowl, and it sends out, it emits some smoke, the holy smoke. You wash your body with that to get rid of the bad spirits and the evil forces. Yeah. And there is a large gong or bell over there under that tower. I'm not going in. I'm not going in the temple because I don't know. I'm not really sure about the temple rules, and I don't know much about the religion itself. I don't want to do anything wrong to avoid upsetting people. Let's walk around it and continue our hiking. Follow me. Right, now I'm in front of a gate. This is very important because you kind of mistakenly think that this door is closed and you cannot go through it. However, this is the gate of the hiking area. You need to open this gate, go through it, and then close it, because otherwise the other wild animals may pass through the gate to this residential area. And this gate is right behind that temple I showed you before, right? Please make sure that you do not miss this important point. You need to open this gate, go through it, and then lock it. It's a kind of precaution taken against the wild animal population. The animals are on this side and they don't want the animals to go beyond that gate. Now we are going through this hiking trail, and this is going to take us to the Hakusan mountain peak. Let's see what we have to see, to enjoy in this beautiful natural area. We have been climbing the mountain for about 40 minutes and we'd better go back because the sun is setting. It's almost the evening time now, and I promise we are going to climb the rest of the mountain later on, maybe tomorrow. But for today we are going to conclude our hiking adventure over here, because in the darkness we won't be able to see much of the nature. It's not that we are scared, but in the darkness we cannot capture any films or interesting pictures. That's why we will need to go back now, and we'll continue our hike from this point onwards. Let's see what we have in that area. Okay, so see you tomorrow. For now, that's it from Japan, and I'm hoping to climb this mountain as soon as possible. Maybe tomorrow as the first thing we'll be back here to climb the rest of the course. All right, goodbye for now. Hello everybody. A few days ago I was here and I promised to complete this hiking adventure. The timing was kind of bad. I came here back in order to complete the rest of my hiking adventure. Today the temperature is cool, it's windy, cloudy. It's one of the best days to do hiking activity here in Japan, because when it is sunny, it's super humid and it's super hot. So let's find out what it is like on top of Hakusan mountain. Join me please. This is a beautiful path with hydrangea flowers on both sides. You will need to walk all the way up. You're gonna see this cemetery, kind of cemetery here, kind of shrine. Don't worry, you kind of feel lost on this uphill road, but you'll be able to find your way after you turn left over there, after the curve. You can hear some nice bird songs. They are chirping on top of the trees, butterflies. The best thing about hiking is this: it's effort taking, but it doesn't exhaust you. It's like jogging at a speed where you can keep normal conversation, but of course it brings more workload on your body, on your muscles. You're gonna see this nice statue, and finally the temple. You will walk through this path behind the temple, not towards the front part. And one thing, in this point you'll see this sign. I know that this Yama kanji means mountain. There is a nice smoky smell, typically you can experience in any Japanese temples. Look at this, it's a nice beautiful hydrangea flower. Very tactile, makes you want to touch it. Okay. Now this part is a bit tricky because you see some stairs, old. They look really purposeless. Now, at this point, it's very important. I'm going to tell you how it works in here. Right at this point, you see this gate. You can open it, go through it, and then you can close it. At the first instant, at the first looks, you kind of think that it's a kind of forbidden, restricted area where the passengers or the tourists are not allowed. But it doesn't work like that. It is serving to the purpose of keeping the animals out. So we need to go there, unlock the gate in order to get in. It's a beautiful path. Yeah. As far as I understand, this sign over here means please do not leave this gate open, because if you keep it open, the animals can kind of pass towards this area. There are two locks, one here, the other one here. Open the gate and feel free to get in, because this is how you get in actually. It kind of looks like a private property when you see this frame, this door. It kind of gives a notion of don't get in here, but it doesn't work like that. So we are in the hiking path now. Look at that beautiful path covered by trees on both sides. We will follow this path. Let's go. I like being in nature. I like being in outdoors rather than spending my time in gyms. I wish I could do the gyms as well, but I like the outdoor natural sports more. And if you are one of those guys who would like to enjoy the outdoor sports, this ground is just beautiful for you. It feels real. I mean, there are really interesting plants everywhere, like this one. I'm sorry, I have no idea what this thing is like, but I'm not going to touch it because, as you can imagine, I'm allergic to many things. Okay, so the kanji characters tell you which direction that you need to go to, like this. If you have got Google Translate, you can translate those, but this one indicates the difficult one. It goes down here and it's risky. I'm not going to that direction today. I will follow this path. Let's walk. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I will stop the recording now, and I will show you more once I'm up there. We'll climb all the way up there. So goodbye for now. It's beautiful. That is the point. I quit a few weeks ago. I promised to come back tomorrow, but because of the business reasons, I wasn't able to make it until now. And so far the hiking was really effort-taking because the hills were really steep, and I can feel that my heart is pounding. So this is the point that we quit it, and we are going to climb that hill, and we will continue our path towards the top of Hakusan mountain. There are many different hiking paths. I don't know about the other ones because I have never tried. I know theoretically, I've got knowledge about them, but I don't really have real life experience with other paths. This one is the most favorite one because it is effort taking. There are steep hills, beautiful sceneries. You can see green valleys, ditches and everything. So it's beautiful. The birds are chirping and singing. As I promised, I'm back and I will complete my climb over that steep one. I had to quit because of the time. The sun was gonna set, and it was going to be evening soon. That's why I came here early today to complete the unfinished business. Please join me in the rest of my hiking path. Yeah, Finally we made it. We are on the halfway through. It's not the top yet, I believe. It shouldn't be that easy, but you can see we're really high above the sea level. The clouds are moving really fast. The wind is sweeping all the clouds away to that direction. It's beautiful. Have a look at this. The city is just beautiful. It's a stunning scenery. It's a beautiful landscape. Japan is a beautiful country. It's green all over the place, and I can imagine that there are really strict rules, laws protecting the greenery, the vegetation, the forests and parks. People are kind, very friendly, helpful. I like being in this country, really. Yeah, we climbed all the way from the temple to here, and there is this place right over here. I also would like to climb on top of it. This one, it's a kind of viewpoint. It's like a tower. The stairs are there, and I'm going to climb on top of that to give you a better shot of this city skyline. Okay, now let's go on top of this thing. Yes, let's go to this viewpoint, a view terrace. Stunning. It is simply stunning. Look at that view. Wow. The clouds are touching the tip of the mountain peak. It's a beautiful landscape. Yeah, if you're in Japan for a long time, like maybe for a couple of weeks, you might want to care about hiking, because you can see most of the Japanese nature and history on top of the mountains. Mountains are a big asset in Japanese culture, because they are also considered to be holy. In most often cases, they have got like san suffix, Fuji, Fuji-san, Hakusan. They are considered to be individuals. And I really recommend you to see the Hakusan mountain hiking trail. It is worth all the efforts and the time. We will follow the paths over here. After this point onwards, it's the second course. Let's go and find out what is more. After the observatory place, there is this weird sign with kanjis, and I tried Google Translate. For this one it says girls course. I think this one is considered to be easier, and this is saying this is the men's course. I think this kanji character is the symbol of men, and I assume that it is suggesting this path over here to this direction is more challenging and more difficult. In here you've got water. See, there is water in this. I don't know what this water is for, but I will find out later. The kanji sign is partly deleted. Some of the characters are wiped off, so I cannot really see what it means. Even if I see, I don't really know what it means, because I cannot read kanji characters. Hopefully I will be able to in a couple of years. Because I work in an international school, we speak English, we teach English. I'm not an English teacher. I teach business, economics to high school students, but we do every kind of stuff in English language, so I didn't feel the urge, the necessity of learning Japanese language. However, I really want to learn it. The good thing about this course, you've got picnic tables, benches, and they're not rare. I think every 300 meters you've got a place to sit. If you're one of those people who would like to do sports activities but who cannot find enough time or enough motivation to do it, don't worry and do not feel really bad about it. I'm one of them, but you know, everybody in the modern life has to work really hard. The competition is really challenging. You always have to deal with difficulties. You need to troubleshoot a problem at each single step of the life. We are all the same. Don't worry about it, unless you are privileged, like maybe you have a rich family or something. Even in that case, you can have your own characteristic, your own problems. There you go, we've got a shrine. Yeah, I was talking about it. Just do not feel bad about it. It's never too late to make a start. And start with hiking. Do not try any other activities, like regular routine activities, because you may not achieve following the sequence in the way it is required to be. Fun activity. This is kind of temple area, I guess. Oh, there's a dragon, and here we've got a kind of pond. Tiny little frogs are leaping. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the challenges probably. In this area we've got the kanjis like this, and the trail goes kind of downhill over here, and all the signs are showing the same direction. So if you are not really energetic and if you're not feeling very well, I think this is the spot that you need to go back, because you will lose a lot of elevation. So if you are not feeling very well, this is the point that you will need to go back. It's kind of weird because here we've got signs. This one I Google translated it. It means Sakurayama. It's a different mountain. It's not Hakusan. This kanji characters here means Hakusan and the observatory deck, the place that I just showed to you. So probably we climbed Hakusan mountain on the observation area. So the mountain peak of Hakusan is the observatory deck. This is what I understand from the situation. However, if there are people who are keen on continuing, this path is taking you to a different direction. It is the Sakurayama. It's up to you. You can continue through this path. It's going down. Probably there will be down and up all along the path. It's up to you. If you want some more challenges, you can go to Sakurayama. However, if you came here to climb Hakusan mountain, you are done on that observatory deck. I'm not going to Sakurayama today because I know that I'm not a beginner level hiker. However, I'm not a very advanced level hiker, so I would like to leave it at that point. I came here for Hakusan mountain and I'm going to leave it at that point. But I may have made a mistake, so I'm not going to act as if I'm a kind of hiking professional. I don't even know if I climbed the Hakusan mountain because all the characters are kanji. On the observatory deck there wasn't any sign telling that that spot was the mountain peak, but after the temple, after that little shrine, I saw a sign indicating the observatory deck as the top of Hakusan mountain, because after that sign the rest of the course was leading the hikers to another mountain, to Sakurayama. So it's a different story then. I heard that there are some onsens or interesting places on the course, but probably they were on the different trail. I didn't see any onsens, but many other people had the chance to share some photographs from the onsens as well. They were dipping their feet in the onsens. I'm not a big fan of onsens, but of course they also must be good experience. Yeah, I was talking about the sports, so never feel demotivated about making a new start to a sports activity, because once you achieve taking the first step, the rest of it is going to come automatically, intuitively. You will feel motivated enough to go out and getting involved in a sports activity will not be that difficult. There are very old trees everywhere. It's like you are in Lord of Rings. It's completely safe. I know some people who are strictly afraid of animals. I haven't encountered with any monkeys or alarming animals. It's all about trees, plants, bugs. There aren't many bugs either. Yes, that is the observatory deck. Look at that. We already reached that point, so we're going back now. And according to the signs, that observatory deck marks the peak of Hakusan mountain. So is this the top? Maybe yes, maybe no. But I know something. We climbed really high points. It's really windy today. Maybe it's not one of the best days to do hiking. My tripod cannot hold the camera and a smartphone. Even now I can see my 2-liter PET bottle is being dragged by the wind. It's very strong. Anyway, I came back to the observatory deck because I kind of find out the observatory deck marks the peak of Hakusan mountain, and if you are interested in continuing your hiking, you can go to the direction of Sakurayama. I'm sorry for not being able to give you very detailed information as a tour guide. I'm not a tour guide at all. I'm a simple economics and business management teacher at one of the international schools here. I just wanted to share one of the things that I have done to enjoy. After a long time, I started doing some outdoor activities, some nature sports. This is one of them. In the past, I used to do when I was in my 20s, but now I'm in my 30s, and I would like to start doing nature sports one more time, and hiking is really fun in here. Hakusan is worth all the effort, all the time that you invest, because the slopes are not very easy, not very challenging. However, if you have any heart problems, be advised, this is not a very good idea for the people who have heart-related problems, because you can feel your heart starts pounding. It generates the power, the strength that you need to climb all the steep hills, and after a while your body gets used to compensating for the exhaustion. So it's a beautiful spot to enjoy the view. It's a beautiful spot to enjoy the view of the clouds and the city skyline. And this observatory deck is probably the peak of Hakusan mountain. I don't but please remember, I'm not a professional tour guide, not even close. I just wanted to show that I came here, I tried to do hiking, and I would like to recommend to you, to my friends, sports is something nice. Natural sports is beautiful. The sports that you do in nature are beautiful. And on a cloudy day, hiking could be a good idea. Not on a rainy day, because everywhere is gonna be muddy all over. Anyway, so if you have any questions, please ask your questions in the comments box below. The best 3 things about Hakusan mountain: it is just in the middle, not for the beginners, not for the advanced level hikers. It's right in the good balance spot. The second best thing, the parking spot is free. You have to pay for parking everywhere in Japan, but in the temple's parking area, you are welcome to park your car and continue your hiking adventure. Number 3, the picnic tables. They're all beautiful. Do not bring a lot of snack with you, because after the hiking, your body asks you to eat things, and it's not very good to get the calories that you burnt back. So keep your calories burnt. Yes, I'm here in front of the Iyama Canyon in order to conclude my film about the Hakusan mountain hiking trail. I really enjoyed the day out. It was really nice to be involved in a kind of nature sport, and this beautiful temple is just making... Hi, konnichiwa. People are really kind. They do not walk past you without saying hello or konnichiwa, so it's brilliant to be in Japan. This is like surreal. People are too kind to be true. And here this canyon, as you see, it's a beautiful temple. It's making a statement, and I would like to conclude my film over here in front of this Iyama Canyon. Thank you very much for joining me in this hiking trail. I would like to see you in one of my next films, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. For now, it's a goodbye, and please remember to subscribe if you like the content of the films and the videos that I make. Thank you very much, and goodbye from Japan for now.